last time when
Hello, my people. This is Richard Destiny TV. Deep concern as reports claims DSS has been instructed to eliminate Nnamdi Kanu and deny all access. Please, guys, watch till the end and also comment, subscribe, and share for others to see.
court ordered that the DSS should allow Nnamdi Kanu to have access to whoever that want to see him from Monday till Sunday every day. That was the order.
Report indicates that the DSS has allegedly received secret orders to eliminate Nnamdi Kanu and that no one, including his lawyers and family members, will be allowed access to him in direct violation of a court order.
So DSS has complied with that order on 2 occasions. But surprisingly, on Monday, we went there to see him, they refused us access. Monday and Tuesday, they refused us access. The Monday and Wednesday, they refused us access. I was there yesterday, they refused us access to see him. Then, after much argument, they said that we should write a letter. As usual, I said, but God said that we should, the people should allow us. The issue of writing a letter every day should not come up. They said we should write a letter. So we wrote a letter. So today, they allowed us. So, myself and Ejimako. So after seeing him, as I just came out of the DSSS, my attention was drawn to this letter written by the same DSSS, saying that henceforth we should not be coming to see Nnamdi Kanu, that we are no longer his lawyers. I said, where is this one coming from? What do you mean by that we are no longer his lawyers? And that we are no longer the lawyers representing him in the criminal trial, or that we are no longer his lawyers? Because I know that I have some other things that I'm doing for Nnamdi Kanu. I'm representing him in a matter he has with police at the FCT High Court. I'm representing him in the matter he sued one media house at the FCT High Court for defamation. I'm representing him in a matter he sued for enforcement of fundamental rights against DSSS in that Federal High Court. I'm representing him 2 matters we had against the DSSS at Federal High Court. I'm also representing him in a prosecution of IPOB, the matter pending in the Supreme Court, and some other legal issues that he engaged me to be preparing for him. So I don't understand the meaning of we are no longer his lawyers. Are they in position to say that we are no longer in Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer, or Nnamdi Kanu to tell them that I'm no longer his lawyers? So I'm confused because there are some documents he asked me to provide for him by tomorrow being Saturday in preparation of his matter on Tuesday. Now with this letter, now it means that I will not see him again till Tuesday. Just for the world to see the kind of persecution somebody who is representing himself. Yes, Section 36 said that he needed adequate time and facility. You have seen the reason why we said that for him to be in that DSSS, he cannot be in that DSSS and have a good preparation for this case. Anyway, good thing that he has filed a motion to discontinue this charge, because it's now obvious that there is no charge against him. So that is the update. Thank you, and God bless you. You can see the copy of the letter and make it available for you. Thank you.
Nnamdi Kanu's case is not the kind of case you as a judge will like to dabble into. Take your own decision and maybe give a verdict. If you do that, one, there may be international backlash on you, there may be national backlash on you, that might also be a professional backlash on you. And like I said the other day when I was trying to give my advice, because I said I don't want to discuss matters that are ongoing, I said Justice Omotosho is still relatively a young man who has a lot of future at the bench. In fact, God willing, on his side, he might reach the Supreme Court. But this Nnamdi Kanu's case has a propensity of either destroying a judge or elevating a judge. Either way, you can choose any of the options, because remember, Omotosho is not the first person that this case was assigned to. There were other judges who were assigned to that who refused. And like I say here most of the time, that when judges who go for election tribunal where politicians destroy judges anyhow they like through bribery, I keep on saying now that it is voluntary. If you want to go, you fill the form and say I want to go for election tribunal. I told you any judge who is going for election tribunal, is there something he's looking for him or he's looking for something? So because the same judges may not like to go there. So any judge who dabbles into Nnamdi Kanu's case must must guard his lions very, very well. You must guard your lions, because while you are discussing a case in court, the same case is being discussed in the hallowed temple of politicians in Russia.
That's right.
It's being discussed in hallowed temples of politicians in the United States. The same matter you are handling in court. That's why I said, whichever judge you want to take up now must be extra circumspect what he's going to do.
In all these circumstances, has Nnamdi Kanu done anything that's almost 1% of what is going on in the rest of the country? Apart from occasional stops and direction. Tell me what is happening in the Southeast. In fact, the Southeast might be the most peaceful place. Apart from this occasional stuff of people kidnapping one thing or the other. And they do it as a result of, protests on Nnamdi Kanu. There's a pretext to commit crime because Nnamdi Kanu is heard. If this was a fairly intelligent government, if they release Nnamdi Kanu today, there will be 95% peace in the Southeast, and that will affect the rest of the country. Of all these governors, only Soludo of Anambra State had gone to DSS once to see him, if I'm not wrong, about a year or 2 years ago. He's gone there to see him, and after that, maybe his colleagues advised him not to get involved. Why are they afraid? The young man is very popular in the Southeast. Let me not extend it to the rest of the country. If Nnamdi Kanu comes out today, Igbos will do 90% of what he tells them to do. To the interest, not just in Igbo interest, but Nigerian interest. Because what has he spoken about in the past? Mistreatment of his people. And if it continues and the rest of the country don't want the Igbo, then let them allow them go. This is the summary of what he's saying. You can't be shorter than me and be taller than me at the same time. This is the summary of Nnamdi Kanu's theory. So he didn't start today. Or Hazuike has done the same thing. So many other people. It was the concept of Odumegwu Ojukwu himself. If you don't want your people, then let them go. And as when people talk of let them go, it appears we are packing our luggage and going. Look at the contiguity. Look at Nsukka and Benue. There's no place anybody is going. It's the same country. The same market, in the same. So much of intermarriages has taken place. All we're saying that there is no governance. It's a summary that there is no governance. That's what is causing all the problem. The problem of corruption has become both phenotypically and genotypically specific. It's a genetic problem now. And it is that crisis that government is not even ashamed that they said 139 million Nigerians very poor in a country of plenty. And my president John case to Paris, from there to what is it called, to Dubai. I have never seen a group of people that are shameless. In a country, 774 local governments, I challenge them. Let them tell you where water is running. Where water? So people are dying because of waterborne diseases, and they don't care. And it's even more, like I was saying before we started this, if these governors were sons of Ahmadu Bello, or M.I. Okpara, or Azikiwe, or Awolowo, they would say, they had determined their future. They are coming from a position, a background of wealth. But tell me which of these governors not coming from a very poor environment? Most of them, their parents have never been heard of. Most of them, when you hear the history of how they managed to go to secondary school, and finally God bless them, they become governors. So what they are paying back to society is stealing up money. I was telling somebody this morning who confronted me, damn, what do we do? What do we do? Lead the democratic revolution. I said, I don't have the resources. I can't. I've been in PDP, not even director, because I won't comply with what they said. Yesterday we had a National Reconciliation Committee meeting. Out of 25 members, only 8 were there. So it means that part of those who have joined APC, majority are coming out from PDP. So going to APC, what is the fundamental reason why you go to? It's because if you're moving from A to B, B must be better than A. So what has APC done that should be exciting to anybody to want to leave PDP? Because PDP has a track record under Obasanjo. There was debt relief that saved millions of lives in this country. Since then, what has happened? 8 years of Muhammad Buhari was a disaster, this country. I said it on this channel and other channels, even when he was in government. It was a disaster. There was no governance. And this president, when he was campaigning, he said he was going to continue from where Buhari stopped. He's now seen the true nature of where Buhari stopped. How beautiful where Buhari stopped is for the rest of the country. Isn't that a tragedy? In 21st century Nigeria, with everything God has given us, we don't know where we are beginning and well. If you don't know where you're starting, how do you know where you're going? And we take it as a matter of routine. Nothing is going. It's in our case, they say, let's leave it for God. So God, we are the only people God created. If we decide to be foolish, then He will be foolish with us. That is still the battle of the continuation of the Nigerian Civil War. The war has not ended. I think it was on Channel TV. I had an interview. Like I said, the day Nnamdi Kanu is released is the end of the Nigerian Civil War, and that will be the day the Southeast starts being integrated into the rest of the country. Look at insecurity everywhere. So is this government enjoying insecurity and their citizens are being killed? Like we were saying something earlier on. Why are our governors in the South not interested? Because the boy will overwhelm everybody. It will be an M.I. Okpara. The people worship the name Nnamdi Kanu in the Southeast because he represents the summary of their struggle. from before the Civil War and thereafter. That's how they look at him. You know, I have stopped going to court because each time I come to court to join him, both of us start crying, and I feel very emotional about it. You know, he's a very brilliant young man that this government is wasting. Would have been a benefit for the rest of us in this country, but no,